Winter is coming. The third story about Caesar the donkey and Francis the farmer. After Caesar and Francis had joyfully survived their first adventure at the Manresa market, some peace returned to the farm. However, the time had now come to sow the winter vegetables. Francis had very good harvests in recent years and had left a large field fallow for this purpose. He had great difficulty in working the field, as he unexpectedly encountered stony ground in some places. Caesar, who was comfortably feeding himself in his open stable, watched the goings-on motionless for 2 days. On the third day, when Francis already looked quite exhausted, Caesar galloped out of his stable directly toward Francis and nudged him several times with his head. Francis was visibly astonished and asked Caesar, "What's up?" Caesar walked leisurely and visibly bored to the large handcart and stood next to it. Francis understood and ran to Caesar and the handcart. This time the donkey let himself be harnessed effortlessly in front of the cart. He led Caesar to the field and loaded the cart with the stones, then unloaded them at a designated place. That day, the field was cleared of all impassable debris and the furrows were drawn so that sowing could begin the next day. Francis sowed mainly kale, Brussels sprouts and Savoy cabbage, as these are very robust and can withstand low temperatures. In smaller plots he had sown carrots, spinach and beets. As the day before, Caesar accompanied Francis and made himself useful where he could and listened intently to his explanations. In the evening, after the cultivation was finished, Francis joined Caesar in the stable. He gave him an extra portion of food and groomed him. While doing this, he told him that there was once a very important Roman general and statesman and his name was Julius Caesar. The following day, when Francis went to the stable to check on Caesar, he stood quite loftily in front of the newly cultivated field, constantly looking around in complete silence. Caesar seemed quite proud that his namesake was such a famous general and statesman. For a few days he also behaved very strangely. I wonder if the history of the Roman Caesar had gone to his head? Well, who knows what goes on in such a donkey's head. Francis took it very calmly and he was already planning how he could sell or trade his vegetables after the coming harvest and whether Caesar would be stubborn again. Thank you for watching my video. It's more to come.